As much as I love the concept that the spiritual industry is like throwing in our faces, you have worth just because you exist. That sounds really nice and really beautiful, and I choose to believe that that is true. But unfortunately, that sentence, that statement has never done anything for my actual self-worth. If you're struggling to understand your self-worth, if you feel like you are being used as a doormat, if you feel that people aren't valuing you and aren't seeing you for who you truly are, then listen up, because by the end of this video, I'm gonna help you understand your unique energetic purpose and how you're meant to show up in the world to connect to your gifts and talents so that you can start contributing to the expansion of the world and actually feel a real sense of purpose in your life. Let's dig deep. Welcome to the Human Design Portal, your safe space to decondition so that you can align with your soul's true purpose. If you're new here, my name is Maika Gabriela, and I'm a human design reader, a deconditioning expert, and the founder of the Soft Power Membership, your virtual palace, your online portal, where you will not only learn about human design, but actually have access to incredible tools that will allow you to embody your energetic authenticity to see real life results. You have a 7-day free trial. Click the link below to join now. Okay, my beautiful soul, let's talk about purpose, specifically your unique purpose. So the interesting thing is that we often believe that purpose is this very far off thing. Purpose seems like this impossible quest to gain something. People are looking for their purpose. People are trying to just like strategically figure out how they can find their purpose. A lot of my clients come to me and they're like, oh, Maika, what is my purpose? Worse, they come to me and they want me to give them their job description. And this is not how purpose works. Purpose is just showing up as your whole authentic self. And if authenticity is a triggering word or you're not clear on what your authentic self looks and feels like, I have a whole video where I guide you through how to become and express yourself authentically. And so we need to understand that your purpose is not far off. Your purpose is showing up as your whole authentic self with your heart in your hand and thrusting yourself into the ups and downs of life. Because nobody and nothing is going to teach you so much about yourself than life itself. Life has an incredible natural intelligence. And oftentimes we don't like it. We're like, no, I don't want to learn this lesson, life. I'm good staying comfortable in my comfort zone. But actually, life knows what you need way better than you. And this is a hard lesson for all of us to learn because humankind loves this sense of safety. We want to be aware, we want to know, we want to be in control, but that is just not how the magic of the universe works. Once we start understanding that our purpose is sharing what we have and who we are innately with everybody else, we start understanding how powerful and how magical life is. Your purpose is not your job description, even though I am a big fan of making your purpose your work, because then it will never feel like you have to work a day in your life. I am, for example, incredibly surprised by the fact that in society we believe it is okay, it is the norm, it is actually how it's always been, that we hate our jobs, that we work 5 days to have 2 days off, and that we wake up on a Monday dreading for the week to begin. And for me, that is a non-negotiable. There is no way that I will, knock on wood, that I will allow this to be my life. I am so incredibly grateful that I get to do something I'm passionate about, that I get to show up here, that I come to work and my mood shifts because I'm like, yes, let's go, girl. Let's conquer the world. Let's share some beautiful information that will hopefully fill your hearts and uplift you and allow you to see how incredibly unique you are. Because this is my whole purpose. The reason I show up here every week is because I want you to know that you are so special and unique, and we need your gifts, your talents, so that you can share them with the world. The world is waiting upon your heart and your soul to be expressed in its full potential. So, Don't allow your purpose to just be this unattainable thing. Don't allow your purpose to be reduced to your work, but understand that your purpose is the way that you show up in the world. The other day, I was driving down with my daughter in the car on a weekend. We were driving to brunch, girls' brunch, whatever. While we were in the car, we were vibing to music so hard that we literally made minimum 4 strangers laugh and smile. And I was feeling so good and so grateful and just so connected to Source. I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible. My joy that I am just creating as a moral obligation, because my happiness is a moral obligation to the rest of the world. With my daughter, we are vibing and singing and rapping in the car like wild, okay? And we stop at a red light, because that's what, dutiful people do. And we had a motorcycle next to us, and he was looking at it, and he was like vibing with us, and he was smiling. A bus driver, I don't know how it is in your country, but here, I've never met anybody more sad, miserable. I don't want to generalize, but the mood of a bus driver, and I feel you, bus driver, if you're a bus driver, like having to deal with people all day long is intense. So even the bus driver was looking at us, and he was like, yeah, smiling and encouraging us. There were these 2 young guys that were like parked in like a second row, bringing, I don't know, material linen out, and they were watching us, and they were like, oh my God, that feeling. That day, or later that day, I went to buy some sweets to bring back to my daughter in the afternoon. And I made a joke to the guy that was working there, and he was like, he was blushing, not because anything, but because I made a comment that was interested in him and what he was doing, like knowing the name of the waiter. Oftentimes I feel like I know more the people in my everyday, like the person who parks my car in the garage, the person that puts the grocery in my bags, like I know their names. I see them more often than my friends most of the time, unfortunately. That is where I feel connected to my purpose. I am opening my heart. I am connecting to you. I am making you feel seen, because that is the gift that I have as a projector. And so understanding that your purpose is not limited to certain things. Your purpose is who you are, who you've come to be, and sharing your unique gifts. And your unique gifts are not being good at math, being great artistically, being great at sports, excelling at sports. Yeah, those things are great. And if those are your gifts, you probably have a 2 in your profile. No, but if you have those gifts, that's great. So few of us are born with this innate gift that is just like, inevitable. Like people who are born singers, or children who have a natural talent for drawing, like that is incredible. Honor that, respect that, dedicate yourself to that. But for most of us merely mortals who are like fishing our way through life, trying to figure out how we can contribute to the expansion of the world, how we can feel of use. This has been the biggest pain that I've experienced, and I see my clients is like, I have so much to give. How can I contribute? How can I give this aching, this longing that I have in my heart to help other people, to be seen, to use my energy for something good, for something powerful, for something uplifting, for something positive? I don't want to be, just like working away in this huge corporation where I'm just like a number. We have a soul that is a living, breathing entity that has come here. Like, you know how rare it is that you are alive? That's wild. You made it out of, I don't know how many billions of sperm. I have no idea. I would have to check that before I'm doing this video, but I'm not checking it. So you get the feeling of where I'm trying to get. So without further ado, we're going to look at what your purpose looks like for each energy type in your human design. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to go deep. There is this misconception that we have to find our purpose. I need to find my purpose. No. Your purpose will be revealed to you when you are ready. This is so important because it ties together the law of detachment, but it also allows you to really comprehend that the more you're trying to force divinity, the more it's taking you away. The more you're in your mental clutter and your strategic thinking, the less you're connected to your soul and your inner guiding system. But the more you're connected to your inner guiding system, the less you start focusing on what other people are doing and how they're getting to where they're needing to get. And the more you tune into your own channeling, which is why AI is so damaging. And I'm not against AI. I love AI. But the reason AI is damaging is because it's taking us away from sitting in our highest consciousness, connecting to our divine self, and allowing channeling to come through us. Instead of being inspired, which we don't know where this inspiration comes from, we go to ChatGPT and tell me how I'm supposed to do A, B, C, D. And I love ChatGPT, and use it if you need to and when you want to. And if it's helpful, great. I use it a bunch in my business, okay? But there's things where you have to just like give yourself to life, open your heart, and one of those things is your purpose. I'm going to explain to you how, through the human design system, you can understand how you're meant to access the energy that will allow you to align with your purpose. Let's get into it. If you feel like you'd like to have support to discover your purpose, to allow the purpose to be revealed to you in the speed of light, I have a 6-week authenticity challenge that is happening right now in the Soft Power membership. You can join. You have a 7-day free trial, and I will walk you through step by step on how you can connect to your energetic authenticity, find your purpose specifically for your energy type with journal prompts, affirmations, subconscious reprogramming, and live sessions. Don't sleep on this. This is an incredible opportunity to laser focus so that you can come out in springtime ready to bloom in your whole beautiful, sparkling, radiant, authentic self. See you inside the Soft Power. You're gonna find out what your destiny looks like and how you will fulfill your purpose once you've understood what your projector niche is. So your projector niche is not a business niche, okay? You do not have to kind of strategize around discovering what you're meant to sell to people. What's going to happen is that as a projector, you see things in a specific way that only you can see them. And you're gonna figure out what is the most of your gift that is in demand in the circle around you. This will happen naturally. If you start waiting for the invitation, if you're not somebody who's going out there and trying to get people's attention and stealing other people's light, and you're really connected to source and you're connected to your own divinity and you have done the work to understand your self-worth and you've pulled back the energy, then those that come to you for advice, they will help you discover what your niche is. And so your niche might be a sensitivity, might be a feeling, it could be a system. There's, a lot of people are like, oh, projectors could never be pro athletes. Yeah, they can. I know projectors that train now 9 hours a day and they're like pro ballet dancers. You can be a strategist, you can be a lawyer. It doesn't have to be spiritual just because you're here to guide people. And so discover what your projector niche is, because that will open the doors. When you wait for the invitation, you realize what people come to you for advice. That is your niche. You double down on that and purpose will start finding you. For you, Maifestor, it is divine urges that come through you. How can you find these divine urges? There is a system. There is a strategic, energetic balance that you can do so that you can start connecting to those creative urges. Oftentimes you can feel confused. Oftentimes you might feel unmotivated, lethargic, without a strong desire to bring something into the world because you haven't made a space for that creative urge to find you. And so once you understand how you can lean into these pauses that allow you to connect to the universe so that the creative urge can actually move through you, and you have built trust enough in your capacity to inform and connect and create that vision, as a manifestor, you really need to understand that your energy peak is at the height of that creative urge. It is not the doing, it is not the executing, it is not the feedback that you will receive. It is actually in that point and moment of feeling divinity moving through you. So understanding how you can tap into those creative urges and learning how to trust them and being open to them, and understanding what it is you can do to remove the obstacles energetically that are keeping you from being connected to divinity walking and moving through you is going to be the best step that you can take to start allowing yourself to initiate, because you need to want it, Maifestor. You need to be the one who's wanting to connect to your purpose. You can't be running away. You can't be avoiding it. You have to be like, head on purpose, I am coming from you, because you are the initiator. And so when you start creating the space you need and remove energetic blocks so that you can start embodying, connecting, and allowing divinity to move through you, you're going to have a high energy peak. And when you act on that energy peak by informing and following your strategy, you will see how your purpose is going to open up with such force to the destiny of your life. Joy is really the key piece in your purpose, dear generator. Joy is the spark that feeds the world. And you, my dear generator, need to understand that finding the things that bring you joy is going to be imperative for your capacity to understanding how your purpose will develop and open up and flourish and bloom and leave an abundant scent. So as a generator, the more that you allow yourself to really understand what brings you joy and what not is going to be incredibly important. Oftentimes you might have obstacles. You might feel, I recently had somebody comment on my Instagram, like, was it a DM or maybe it's somebody in the Soft Power membership, but somebody was commenting, I do things that should give me joy, but they don't give me joy. And this is really interesting because a lot of times one of the aspects of the generator that is keeping them stuck is that as a generator, karmically, you have come here to heal the identity that you're only worth when you're sacrificing your joy for others. And so when you start tapping into your own joy, even if you start doing hobbies and you find things that actually excite you, they might not fill that energy that you're looking for because you have been so accustomed to get energy from the validation of others. If your self-worth and if your recognition of yourself and your energy comes from trying to get it from the approval of others, you're stealing other people's energy instead of creating your own that is connecting you to source, to God, to light, to the creator, to fill your vessel up from divinity and not from stealing it from other people. When we quote unquote have instant gratification, when we do something to get an emotion or to remove pain, we're actually bypassing the natural capacity to expand our vessel and allow our manifestations to come through. So as a generator, it's incredibly important for you to really understand that when you double down on what creates joy, and oftentimes you can be so removed from your sacral center that you have forgotten how it feels to be excited, or you're so in your mind around what you are allowed to feel joy about, or maybe, you've been told by your parents, oh, why are you drawing? You will never make money from that, or you shouldn't be interested in flowers. There's no business you can make from flowers. Actually, as a generator, when you are excited about something, when you feel joy, you can make money out of thin air because what excites you will just like override everybody else, will seduce everybody else, and everybody else will be as excited about your project as you are. So finding your joy is the way that you are opening up the pathway to discovering and unraveling your purpose. Listen, my manifesting generator, you have got such an incredible, unique path to walk because you're here to become the disruptors. And guess what? It's not that easy. It is scary because when you are the first one to pave the way, you have nobody to look up to and be like, oh, where they're going, I will be going too. Because that is your unique purpose. And your purpose will open up to you when you start understanding that the two weird things that you're super passionate about can make somehow something unique that you are here to bring into the world. Because your capacity of understanding so many different things and thinking in a horizontal way fuels your brain's capacity of analyzing and looking at situations from a complete new angle that we are not able to see, you have come into this world to break down the patterns, to disrupt society, and just break open a whole new way of doing. And so it is really scary because how do you know what are the things that you're meant to mix? How do you know what your sacral is telling you to do? How do you feel empowered enough to not only feel that exciting energy within your body, but actually have the capacity to voice it and bring it out into the world? And so as a manifesting generator, you're here to create your unique path. And that will require courage. And you know what builds courage? Failing and realizing that even though this didn't work out, you have been able to overcome the obstacles. So the only way to gain bravery and courage is to do the difficult thing, fail, and learn that you'll survive. And that requires some big ass muscles. Anyways, you've got those. You've got all of the things, manifesting generator. And sometimes it can feel just very confrontational to find your own path. But if there's anybody who has been made to be a trailblazer, it's you, my dear manifesting generator. You have that force, you have that tenacity, you have that energetic capacity to withhold such high frequency and such potency to just like go with what it is that you feel is important and bring that out in the world. So really understanding how you can create your unique path is going to be the portal and the opportunity that will unlock your unique purpose. And through that, you will be able to look at what you've accomplished and what you've created and how you've impacted the world. And that will give you a sense of self-worth because you have understood how your unique energetic imprint, gifts, and talents in sharing them with the world is actually contributing to such an expansion, such an exchange, such an up-leveling, a new perspective in the world that will just have such bright light and such an incredible impact, you don't even know how powerful your unique way of showing up in the world can be. And last but certainly not least, my beautiful reflector, you have come here to step out of the box. But for that, your first step to realize your full potential and understand your purpose, you need to understand what the box is. So assessing the box that you have been holding yourself hostage in is going to be step number one for you to unravel your purpose. Step number two is understanding what the steps are for you to get out of that box and start moving into the freedom of what it means to be a reflector, to be mirroring the environment that you're in, and stepping into the wisdom of all of the things you've come to learn. And so once you started letting go of all of that conditioning, once you're starting to let go of all of the things that you felt you needed to feel safe, you will start being open to the energy, the influence, the divinity. You know what happens? Because it's so scary for you to just like be this ethereal being where there's no dominance in your chart, there's nothing to ground you, nothing to hold you in the turbulence of what life just has to offer, that it is so scary to just, allow yourself to let go of all of the things that you believe you are. But in that freedom, in that letting go, in that stepping out of the conditionings that you've been brought up with in the society, in the environment that you've been raised in that stepping out, you will understand how the magic of life, the intelligence of life is here to guide you. So often we have these strategic ways of thinking. I'm going to do A, B, C, D. I'm going to, control this and have this like this and this like that. And actually all you're doing is restricting divinity. It is over controlling what you think your mind needs to have in order to feel safety, instead of just allowing your life experience to prove to you that you can handle no matter what comes your way. So once you learn to step out of the box, my dear reflector, you will understand how the purpose will come and find you, how the divine surprises of the universe will lead you to the path you're meant to go, how your purpose will unravel, unfold in front of you while you are tapping into this, complete expression of all of the spectrum that you're here to reflect and mirror back to society. If you're ready to open up to the purpose finding you, and you want to have some actionable steps and tools, you can now join the Authenticity Challenge in the description box below. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really can't stress enough how much it means to me and how it helps me keep me motivated, find incredible resources for you, dedicate my time and resources to making this YouTube channel a source for your support, hopefully. And if you have any questions or you want me to talk about certain topics, please leave them in the comments below, because I'm always inspired by whatever it is that you need, because that is my purpose and that's what drives me. So again, thank you so much for showing up. Share this video with anybody you think that it could be helpful. Find an accountability buddy to join the Authenticity Challenge. It's going to be so potent and mind-blowing and expansive. And you have a 7-day free trial. So join now. And remember, I don't care what anybody says, I love you.